Evet. Evet.
अब फिर ये कि मतलब देखिए पाकिस्तान के साथ देखिए चाइना के साथ एक जहाज बना रहा है, तो इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी को ये बात ठीक है।
Good evening, everyone. Is my voice is audible and screen are visible to you? Good evening, everyone. Just I want to check that my voice is audible and screen are visible to you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yesterday we have discussed what is the database, how many models are there, database models are there, and how to install PostgreSQL on Windows machines. So hope everyone are install PostgreSQL. If you are using mobiles to attend this call, then you can use some online compiler to practice PostgreSQL. That compiler is JDoodle is the best one. After that, there are one compiler is there. So that's a one compiler. So that link I am posted on chat box. That's a one compiler. After that, there are Postgres lebex.io. So it's also a free and best things. But remember always, the online compiler have some limitations. That means whatever things we are learn and we are practice here, that all things are not possible to perform on online compilers. So they have their own limitations. So remember that things. Okay. Okay. Next thing regarding course material and videos. The course material is up to date and link already shared with you. The videos, that means class videos, maybe yesterday share with you that class videos available on G Drive. So there are 15 videos are there. So if you want to check that things, you can start from first. So I just naming it serially. And yesterday, with whatever things we are learned that PostgreSQL installation, it's available in 15 number video. It's available within 15 number video. Okay, so I hope everyone get that link. Same link I'm going to share on our chat box. So from there, you can download videos. So that's the link. Check that all videos are there. Okay, now yesterday we are learn how to install PostgreSQL database. Now let's start. So to start that database, I just open my terminal. I install my database manually. That means without any installer. So that's why I required a command prompt. That's a console to start my PostgreSQL database. Otherwise, if you are using installer, then uh, that command is not required to start PostgreSQL. Once you are a start pgadmin, your database will be start. So here, so I enter this command pg_ctl -l log file start. So using that command, my PostgreSQL server will be start and it was started, right? Once we are started a PostgreSQL server, then to interact to that server, we required a client application. And we have a client application is a pgadmin4. So I just minimize my command prompt and open pgadmin4. ओके, तर काल आपण PostgreSQL मॅन्युअली इन्स्टॉलेशन कसं करायचं हे बघितलेलं होतं. त्याचे स्टेप्स सगळ्यांना कळाले असतील अशी अपेक्षा करतो. ते स्टेप्स आपण कोर्स मटेरियलवर अपलोड केलेले आहेत. तसंच तुम्हाला काही अडचणी येत असतील तर व्हिडिओ बघून सुद्धा तुम्ही तुमच्या अडचणी दूर करू शकता. जर व्हिडिओ पाहून ही अडचणी दूर झाल्या नाहीत तर तुम्ही मला विचारू शकता की चॅट बॉक्सवर. मी तुम्हाला नक्कीच मदत करेन PostgreSQL इन्स्टॉलेशनसाठी. आता PostgreSQL हे मी मॅन्युअली इन्स्टॉल केलं विदाऊट इन्स्टॉलर. मग आता विदाऊट इन्स्टॉलर इन्स्टॉल केलंय म्हणजे मला हे सेल्फ स्टार्ट होणार नाहीये. हे स्टार्ट मॅन्युअली स्टार्ट होणार आहे. मग याच्यासाठी मी कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन केला आणि कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट वर कमांड टाकली pg_ctl -l log फाईल स्टार्ट. याच्याने काय झालं, माझं सर्व्हर स्टार्ट झाला. यानंतर मी हे मिनिमाइज केलं. मला एका क्लायंट ऍप्लिकेशनची जरुरी आहे सर्व्हरशी इंटरॅक्ट करण्यासाठी. मग मी क्लायंट ऍप्लिकेशन कॉन्सोल सुद्धा चालतं, कॉन्सोल वरून सुद्धा मी इंटरॅक्ट करू शकतो. पण इन्स्टेड कॉन्सोल आय कॅन यूज ग्राफिकल युजर इंटरफेस क्लायंट ऍप्लिकेशन दॅट नेम इज अ pgadmin4. मग pgadmin4 ओपन केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला असा व्ह्यू दिसेल. असा व्ह्यू का दिसतोय? कारण माझा सर्व्हर ऑलरेडी ऍडेड आहे. मग माझ्या सर्व्हरचं युजर नेम काय आहे? तर पोस्टग्रेस आहे. हा युजर नेम आहे. याच्यामध्ये पोस्टग्रेस नावाचा डेटाबेस तयार आहे. मला जर वेगळा कुठला डेटाबेस तयार करायचा असेल, काय म्हणतो मी, वेगळा डेटाबेस तयार करायचा असेल, तर मी इथे डेटाबेसेस मध्ये राईट क्लिक करतो, क्रिएट डेटाबेस आणि डेटाबेसचं नाव लिहितो इथे मी. डेटाबेसचं नाव लिहितोय मी इथे. डेटाबेस आणि हा कुठला डेटाबेस आहे? तर फुल स्टॅक डेटाबेस. डेटाबेस फॉर फुल स्टॅक. आणि मी सेव्ह करतोय. जसं मी सेव्ह करेन तसं माझा डेटाबेस तिथे तयार झाला असेल. डेटाबेस फुल स्टॅक दिसतोय. डेटाबेस फुल स्टॅक. आता हाच डेटाबेस ग्राफिकल युजर इंटरफेसने मी तयार केलाय. आता हा डेटाबेस मला कॉन्सोल वरून जर तयार करायचा असेल तर हे बघा, डेटाबेसला क्लिक केलं मी. इथे बघा काही टूल्स दिसतात तुम्हाला. याच्यामध्ये PLSQL टूल म्हणून बटन आहे. I just click to that button. So PLSQL tool. I just click to that tool. Look here. हे PostgreSQL टूल ओपन झालेलं आहे. इथे मी माझे क्वेरीज किंवा कमांड फायर करून लिहू शकतो. So that's a tool from pgadmin4. So using that tool, I can write my queries. So there are one another tool. That tool name is a query tool. That's a query tool. So it's the easiest way to write your queries. So let's see how we can write these queries. But before that, I just use command. Okay, now, so let's start. So how it is possible that create a database? To create a database, I can use a command create database and database name. I'm going to create a MyDB. That's my database name. MyDB. Semicolon is required to end a statement. So here we are write SQL statement. It's a structure query language. And using that language, we are write our first query to create a database. And let's execute a script. So once it's a execute script, it's a return create database and query return successfully in that microsecond. So here we are created our database. So to check that database on our list, we just refresh so that MyDB is here. Is it? MyDB is there. Okay. So don't save. MyDB is there. Now I want to open MyDB query tool. Look here. It's a query tool from MyDB. Postgres is a username. It's located in a local server. So here I'm going to write a query. Here I'm going to write a query to create a table. So I want to create a table within my database. That database name is a MyDB. So how to create a table? To create a table, I want create a table with a primary key, and for that reason, here I'm going to create a table for user. So create table, create table. Table name is users. So users information I'm going to store there. Parenthesis. Within a parenthesis, we are write the ID. It's a column name. After that, that column I want to define as a primary key. So that's why serial. So what is the serial? Serial, it's a data type. That data type we are write for ID column, and when we are write a serial, then it's a auto increment. So it's a serial and it's a primary. So that column, whatever column we are use here, that's a primary key. So after that, we require second column. Second column is a name. It's a data type is varchar. The size of that column is 100. That means 100 character can up to 100 character that column will be hold. And I don't want to insert a null character, so it's a not. null, comma. The next column is email. It's also varchar. It's a data type. That data type, that email, the size is up to 100 characters. And email always unique, right? So I need one constraint, that's a unique. Unique, and it's also not null. So that's a simple a database, a query. I'm right there to create a table. To create a table. Okay, now it's visible perfectly. So here I'm going to create a table, and to create a table, that table name is users. That table holding three columns. The first column name is ID. I want that ID is auto increment, and it's should be a primary key. So that's why I use a data type serial. So it's allocate a number serially. After that, I want that column as a to use as a primary key. So that's why I'm use the primary key. After that, comma, next column name is the name. It's a data type is varchar. That's hold up to 100 characters. That's the size. And I don't want to insert a null character. So that's why I use a not null. Comma. Third column is email. It's a data type is varchar, size is 100. Email are always unique. So we can identify a user using that email also. So that's why we are use one constraint that's a unique. And that email I don't want to insert as a null. So that's why I'm using not null. And at the end, we required to use a semicolon. So semicolon we are used to end a statement within a structure query language. And here I'm going to create a table. Here I'm going to create a table. So let's execute a query. So query returns successfully in that 59 microsecond. And let's check where it's created. So look here, there are schemas is there, that schema views. Within that schema views, tables are there. Within that tables, look here, users table are created there. What's the table name? Users. And it's have a number of column, ID, name, and email. So that's a way to create a table within a PostgreSQL. Is it clear how to create a table? Students, is it clear how to create a table? Okay. Now, I created table, right? But we are yesterday we are discuss relational database management system. And what means a RDBMS? RDBMS means we are making a relationship within a tables. So that's why to make that relationship within a tables, I need to create one another table. And for that reason, I'm going to write one another query, create table, and it's orders, parenthesis. Within parenthesis, first we need to write first column, that's primary key, order, ID. It's I want its auto increment, so that's why I'm use serial. The SQL is a case insensitive language. That means you can write it with uppercase and lowercase. Both are similar. Serial. And I want to define that column as a primary key. So that's our first column from orders table. After that, I want to make a reference to users table. And for that reason, here I need to insert a foreign key. So how to allocate a foreign key? First, I want one column. On that column, I need to allocate a foreign key from users table. So that's why I'm write one another column, user ID. That's the column name. That column is a type of integer. Int is what? Integer data type. So that's the int integer data type. I want to reference that column from users table. So reference from users table, and from users table I want to use ID column. So that's the way to create foreign key within orders table. After that, comma. The next thing, we are create a table for orders. So amount column is required, amount. It's a data type is a decimal holding real numbers. The base is a 10, and the numbers we are holding 2-digit. That means after dot, the 2-digit number we are hold, and it's a not null. It's a not null. After that, next column, it's order date. So order date, it's a column name. That column holding a data type is a date and time. So that's why we are inserted a current time step. When we are insert any order, that time step we need to hold within that column. So that's why the type name is a time step. Time step, and it's I want to make it default. That means I don't want to enter every time that time, date and time. It may be a default. That default is what? Current time step. Current time stamp. So it's a default current timestamp. And I want to create that table. Once again, we are create our second table. That second table name is orders. That second table holding 4 number of columns. First number column is order ID. I want that order ID column is auto increment, that don't want to insert value. It will be auto increment. So that's why I use a type serial. After that, that column I want to declare as a primary key. So that's why I use a primary key. After that, comma, second column name is a user ID. That column user ID I want to use as a foreign key. So for that reason, I write a data type for that column is integer int. References, using that keyword, we are allocate that column is a foreign key. References from table users, and from users table I want to reference with a ID column. So here we are set foreign key for orders table. After that, the third column is amount. So that amount is always is in a real numbers. That means in Java we say it's a floating number, right? For that reason, we are use a decimal type. So that decimal type holding a two parameter 10 and 2. What means a 10? Before 0, before 0, before dot, we have that much number, and after dot we have only 2-digit number. After dot we have only 2-digit number. So that's the meaning of that parenthesis arguments. After that, I don't want to initialize it with null, so that's why I'm use here not null. The last column name is order date. Within that order date, I want to insert date and time. Date and time when that order is placed. So that's why the data type name is a timestamp. Within that timestamp, I want to insert current timestamp. That current timestamp means what? Whenever we are insert any order, that current time, date and time are holding by that order date column. So that things I'm right there. So let's create execute. So let's execute query. So query are execute, check, expand schemas, expand public. There are tables. Let's expand. The user table is there. We will require order table. So order table is not visible. Right click, refresh. Now orders table are available there, and it's have 4 column: order ID, user ID, amount, and order date. So hope you are understand how to create a table. Is it done? Did you understand how to create a table? Okay. Timestamp is a data type. That data type hold date and time for current insertion. Okay. After that, let's insert a values. Let's insert a value. So I want to insert a values. So to insert value within that two table, if I insert values within a orders, then it's not accepted because orders holding one reference from users table. So that's why first I need to insert values into users table, into users table. So here I'm going to insert value. And for that reason, I use insert query, insert into users. What the things I need to insert? Want to insert only two columns because ID is auto incremented, right? So the name, that column I want to insert values, and second values I want to insert within email, right? So that two column I want to fill, name and email. After that, space, values. Values. That values I want to insert. The first value I want to insert single quote Amit. Hmm? That's the name. And that Amit have a email ID. That's email ID is Amit @ example. Dot. So that's the email ID. So here I want to insert multiple values. That means multiple rows I want to insert within that table. So that's why I use the comma and second row value, comma, at example. I want to insert third table. So for that reason, use a comma. And third table, I need to insert that's a parenthesis. Third table rows, I want to insert that's using parenthesis. Okay, and end statement with a semicolon. So that's the way to insert multiple values within your table. That's the way to insert multiple values within your table. So here I need to execute my query. So query are insert 3 rows and it's written successfully in 57 microseconds. Okay. Once we are insert value within the users, now it's a time to insert values within orders. And which columns I need to fill. That column, the first column is order ID, it's auto increment. So no need to write that things, right? So user ID, it's a foreign key. User ID, comma. Second, I want to fill amount column, comma. Third, I want to fill order date. So it's a order date. That 3 columns, I want to fill it. And for that reason, I need to insert values. That values I'm going to insert that first value. User ID is 1. And from first user ID, the amount is 1500.75 rupees. and after that, comma. The next is a date time stamp. Here we are insert a date and time, but we are right, it's a default, so it can be accept default. But I don't want to write it's a default. So I need to insert it. Huh? So for that reason, I use the date format. It's year 2024. The month is 03 and day 01. After that, comma. After that, space. The time format. Hours, minute, second. So here I inserted a first row. After that, I require second row. So here, second row, I'm going to insert. So I just copy that content. Okay. So ID is a 2, user ID is 2, value is 985.74, and the timestamp is 2025 hyphen 07 hyphen 03, and the time is 18:05:00. So that's the second row, and third row I need to write that semicolon to end a statement. That's user ID, that means foreign key is a 3 or foreign key is a 1. Foreign key is 1, and the amount is 750.49. Timestamp is 2024 03 01 10 16 00. So that's the timestamp. So here I'm inserted values within orders table. So let's say execute. So 3 rows are inserted within orders table. Now let's check that values, whatever values we are inserted, are there. So I need to write select. 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 Uh, I want to display all table columns. So star from users. So it's a show number of users and user details with their IDs. So I'm going to share that query with you. So that's a query I use here. So Here we are learn most basic things that how we can write the queries using structure query language. Structure query language is case insensitive. Always remember that thing. But that structure query language we are write within a PostgreSQL. So what is the PostgreSQL? PostgreSQL is an advanced enterprise class and open source relational database system. PostgreSQL support both SQL, that means a relational, and JSON, that's a non-relational querying. PostgreSQL is highly stable database backed by more than 20 years of development by open source community. PostgreSQL is used as a primary database for many web applications as well as mobile and analytic applications. So what is the history of that PostgreSQL? The PostgreSQL project started in 1986 at Berkeley Computer Science Department, University of California. The project was originally named Postgres about the older Ingress database, which was also developed at Berkeley. So since then, the PostgreSQL Globally Development Group, a dedicated community of contributors, continues to make the release of the open source and free database project. Originally, that PostgreSQL was designed to run on Unix-like platform, but uh, nowadays it's available for all almost all platforms. So that PostgreSQL support most popular programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript using Node.js, Perl, Go, C hash. So PostgreSQL has many advanced features. That's user defined types are there, table inheritance are there, views, rules, subqueries are there, nested transaction, that means save points are there, asynchronous replications are there. So many companies have built products and solutions based on PostgreSQL. Some features companies are Apple, Fujitsu, Red Hat, Cisco, Juniper Network, Instagram, that all companies are use of PostgreSQL to store data. And for that reason, we need to learn that things. So here, I show you how to use a PostgreSQL. That means how to write a query, to create a table, to insert the data into table, and show data from a table. So I hope you understand that things. Now, just that to write a Java code, we require to understand first query and need to understand PostgreSQL database. Without it, it can't be possible to write any Java code because query are required. If you are make a connection using a JDBC and after that call that statements, create a statement, call that statement, then how to execute query if you are not aware about how to write a query. So first thing is first, we need to discuss queries first. And once you are aware about that query, then those query you are used within your Java code. So that's the next part. at the beginning, I expressed that things. To interact a database, we have two types of applications, client application. One, graphical user interface. Second one, console based. So here we are use a console based application within a graphical user interface. But if you don't want to use pgadmin 4, then simply you can use that tool which is provided by your operating system to interact a database. The best way is a console. So using that console, we are already started our database. So you can use a terminal. If you want to use a PowerShell, then maybe PowerShell syntax is a different. You need to learn that PowerShell syntax, and then you are able to use a PowerShell to execute your queries. Okay. Next, when we are learn a queries, we need to understand some points that querying data. To querying a data, to querying a data, we have number of commands. From that number of commands, we have a select, order by command. So we are going to learn that thing, select command. So one of the most common tasks when you work with the database is to retrieve data from a table using select statement. The select statement is one of the most complex statement in PostgreSQL. It has many clauses that you can use to form flexible query. Due to its complexity, I'm going to break that select statement. That select statement have a number of clauses like distinct is operator. That's a select distinct rows using distinct operator. To sort rows, we are use order by clause. To filter rows, we are use where clause. To select a subset of rows from table, we are use a limit clause. To group rows into groups, we are use a group by clause. To filter groups using having clause. To join with other tables, we are use a inner join, left join, full outer join, cross join clause. To perform set operation, we are use a union, insertion, and except clause. So I hope that all things you are learn within your what you say SQL queries. So I'm going to give you one assignment. If you don't want to learn that SQL queries, I will switch on our Java project directly, because I know you are over smart. There are chat GPT is there. You can take a help from chat GPT without learn anything. Okay. I hope my screen are visible to you and my voice is audible. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So here I provided one simple ERD diagram. One simple ERD diagram. So using that ERD diagram, you can create a table. That table have a relationship with each other. That table have a relationship with each other. Just wait. I'm going to edit that ERD diagram. I'm going to make some changes within ERD diagram. Just wait till it's changed. So open Word. Because it's not visible on a single page. I want to show that ERD diagram on a single page. So, okay. So currently we have one ERD diagram. It's holding category, inventory, customers, rental, film category, film, payment, and address tables. So let's start to create that tables. So when you observe that ERD diagram, what do you think? Please discuss with me. When you observe that ERD diagram, what do you think? I just want to check, is my screen are visible and voice are audible? Okay. So when you see that ERD diagram, what do you think? How many tables are there? All boxes are table, right? So how they are having relationship with each other? Yes, entire are connected with each other, but not directly. They are indirectly, they are connected with each other. But what's the direct relationship? Think about it. Before create any table, you need to think about that ERT diagram. For example, how you can think. Look here, we have one inventory table. Within that inventory table, how many columns we have? Inventory ID. So here, within every table, we have some stars. Star indicate that a column are defined as a primary key. After that,
नाही
the
चित्रातलीवरली
second
म्हणलं
column
की हे
name is
नाही
a field
होतं
ID.
म्हणतो.
That film ID is a foreign key. Store ID, that's also foreign key. That means a single table can be hold multiple foreign keys. And last update, it's a timestamp. So current timestamp you can use there as a default, right? So to create inventory table, how many tables you need to create first? The film table you need to create first. The store table you need to create first. And once you are created film and store table, then you are able to create inventory table. So are you understand how you need to think about that ERD diagram? Yes. Is any question regarding that ERD diagram? It's the relationship will be foreign key. So create all those tables within your database, insert values, show that values, to write that all query within a single query tool, and share that all queries on our chat box.
काय झालं?
Yes, of course. I show you one ERD diagram. That ERD diagram holding number of tables. That means each box is a table. But you need to think that is how they can have a relationship with each other. For example, inventory is a table. Within that inventory box, there are star mark is there. And from that star mark, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 columns are there. The star mark is column name is inventory ID. So that's a primary key. Primary key is always auto update, auto increment. After that, we have second column and third column. It's a film ID and store ID. Here we use ID. That means what? They are belong from another table. So here we are used as a reference key. That means foreign key from film table, from store table, and that film ID and store ID we are stored as a foreign key within inventory table. And after that, last update is there. The last update means we are store a timestamp. So data type is a timestamp and it's a store current timestamp. When we are insert entry, that current timestamp will be stored within that last update. So I hope you are understand that things, how you need to think to create a table. So let's start to create a table. Yes, Sukanya. All the boxes are tables. They are connected using they having a primary key That's a unique identification for rows, and they have a foreign keys. That foreign keys means what? The foreign key is the primary key of another table to make a relationship with each other. So let's create a query and post your all query. Do not post any short query or whatever you are fetch from ChatGPT or other AI. I don't want that things. I want to write your own. Whatever queries I get from a ChatGPT, it's all incorrect. Please write a query properly. Otherwise, it's meaningless. Yes, you need to create that all tables. Second, insert values. Third, retrieve values. And post that all queries here within our chat box. So Abdul Nabi, did you understand what I say? Okay. तर मुलांनो, मी आता तुमच्या समोर काही क्वेरी तुम्हाला लिहून दाखवल्या, की क्वेरीमध्ये काय होतं, की डेटाबेस कसा तयार करायचा, टेबल्स कसे तयार करायचे, टेबलमध्ये प्रायमरी की आणि फॉरेन कीचा वापर कसा करायचा, टेबलमध्ये व्हॅल्यूज इन्सर्ट कसे करायचे आणि टेबलचे व्हॅल्यू रिट्राईव्ह कसे करायचे. हे 5 गोष्टी कॉमन गोष्टी आपण शिकलेलो आहोत. ज्या कॉमन गोष्टी आपल्याला डेटाबेस ऍप्लिकेशन जावा मधून तयार करण्यासाठी लागणार आहे. मग त्याच्या प्रॅक्टिससाठी मी तुम्हाला एक ईआरडी डायग्राम दिलाय. आता हा ईआरडी डायग्राम काय आहे, तर प्रत्येक बॉक्स शो करतो तो एक टेबल आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये त्या टेबलमध्ये काही कॉलम्स आहेत. या कॉलम मध्ये जिथे जिथे स्टार मार्क आहे, म्हणजे स्टार मार्क काय इंडिकेट करतोय, की तो कॉलम प्रायमरी की आहे आणि ऑटो इन्क्रिमेंटेड आहे. त्याच्यानंतर मी इथे एक एक्झाम्पल म्हणून तुम्हाला सांगितलं इन्व्हेंटरी टेबल. इन्व्हेंटरी टेबल मध्ये इन्व्हेंटरी आयडी ही प्रायमरी की आहे, तशीच ती ऑटो इन्क्रिमेंटेड आहे. फिल्म आयडी ही फॉरेन की आहे. स्टोर आयडी ही फॉरेन की आहे. त्यामुळे जेवढे पण आयडीज असतील आपल्या कॉलम नेम मध्ये ते सगळे फॉरेन की असतील. म्हणजे फिल्म नावाचं कुठलं तरी टेबल आहे किंवा फिल्म कॅटेगरी टेबल आहे. त्या फिल्म कॅटेगरी टेबल मधून फिल्म आयडी ऍज अ प्रायमरी की आपण इन्व्हेंटरी मध्ये फॉरेन की म्हणून वापरलेली आहे. त्यानंतर स्टोर टेबल असेल किंवा ते क्रिएट करावं लागेल तुम्हाला इथे जर दिसत नसेल तर. स्टोर टेबल मध्ये स्टोर आयडी आहे, ती प्रायमरी की आपण इन्व्हेंटरी टेबल मध्ये ऍज अ फॉरेन की वापरली. लास्ट अपडेट हे करंट टाइम स्टॅम्प फक्त स्टोअर करतं टाइम डेट अँड टाइम. त्यासाठी लास्ट अपडेट टाइम स्टॅम्प डेटा टाइपने आपण स्टोअर करू शकतो. मग आता हे क्वेरी लिहायचे कसे, तर जसं मी माझ्या क्वेरी टूल ओपन करून या सगळ्या क्वेरी लिहिल्यात, याप्रमाणे तुम्ही सगळ्या क्वेरी लिहून एक्झिक्यूट करायचं आहे तुमच्या साईडला. आणि त्याच्यानंतर या सगळ्या क्वेरी तुम्ही पोस्ट करू शकता, कॉपी आणि पोस्ट करू शकता आपल्या चॅट बॉक्सवर. सगळ्या क्वेरी एकदम कुठे आपलं चॅट बॉक्स, इथे तुम्ही पोस्ट करू शकता. जर अशा पद्धतीने तुमचे क्वेरीज पोस्ट केले तर ते रीडेबल फॉर्म मध्ये असतील. एकानंतर एक तुम्ही स्टेप फॉलो केलेले असणार तिथे. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट काय, क्वेरी पूर्ण लिहिल्यामुळे ती क्वेरी एक्झिक्यूट होणार आहे. जर अर्धवट तुम्ही क्वेरी टाकली, फक्त काय व्हॅल्यूज इन्सर्ट करायचे, व्हॅल्यूज पासून फक्त मी व्हॅल्यूज जे काही इन्सर्ट आहेत तेवढी क्वेरी टाकली तर ती क्वेरी होणार नाही. बिकॉज SQL language is case sensitive but it's a strictly type language. So that's why if you're write a query like shorter, then it's not accepted. It's wrong, totally wrong. It's not query. It's only keywords you are right there. So don't write like that. Keywords we require query. So I'm going to share queries which we are right here. Okay, in that format, you can share your queries. So I hope the ERD diagram are properly visible. I hope ERD diagram are properly visible. I just make it larger. Sorry. Now hope it is clearly visible. So you need to create only category, inventory, customer, film category, rental, film payment, and address. Within that table, if you have any foreign key, then those foreign key table you need to create yourself. Share your queries. Once you are write that all queries, share it on our chat box. Structure query language, it's strictly type language. And whatever queries you are write, we are going to use that queries within our Java program. If you are unable to write a query, then your Java program is not able to execute without a query. It is a required query because we are write a Java program using JDBC and JDBC accept raw queries. Where is in front? Inventory. Where it's at that in front? Abdul Navi, the star means a primary key. In a within that ARD diagram, whatever things are displayed using star, that things that column name is a primary key. Yes, of course. If your upload it's on GitHub, that's well and good. But don't forget to share that file link where you are upload. Sukanya, your query is wrong. Look here within our category, sorry, your right query for country, right? And where is country? Sukanya, that's your right query for country table, right? But what required? I required that all queries within a single chat. So please start to write the other tables. After that, Mansi are posted. Mansi, it's yes, of course. You create a table category with a 3 column. That category ID, name, and last update. Yes, it's absolutely right. Yes, Mansi Patil, it's absolutely right. You can start to write other tables with insertion and with retrieve values. First create all tables, after that insert value, and after that retrieve value. That all queries you need to post here, but make sure which table you need to write first. Because if holding the foreign key, then that table you need to write on a second level. So first you need to write only those table which not holding any foreign key. Uh, what's your name? Gaurav. Gaurav? Gaurav Kale. You're right, last update. That's a column name. And column type, that means the data type of this column is a timestamp. But which value you need to store on that column, you are not write that things. Please alter your query. Serial is a data type within a PostgreSQL. That serial are useful to make your column is auto incremented, and that serial holding only the integer values for auto increment. Abdul, you are create a category. It's holding 3 column. That's good. Serial. Look here. Uh, SQL is case insensitive. That means you are right with capital case and small case. There are not have any issues. Name varchar not null. Okay. Last update timestamp. Default current timestamp. Okay. That's also good. Create inventory. Okay. So what's your name? Abdul. Abdul. Abdul, look here. You have created category, right? What I say? You need to find out those table first and create first which table not holding any foreign key, right? So inventory table holding 2 foreign key. One is a film ID, second one is a store ID. One is a film ID, second name is a store ID. So first you need to create a film category table, and second you need to create a store table, and it's a foreign key. So foreign key not auto incremented. So serial we are not used there. Instead serial we are use integer, and we need to reference that foreign key with another table column. So that's the syntax is wrong. After primary key of inventory table, the wrong syntax for film ID and store ID. It's for Abdul. After that, Akash. That's good. Create employee. Create table employee. Employee ID serial, primary key, employee name. What's your name? Akash. Akash, your right EMP position. Is it having some space there? EMP, a space position is there. If it is a white space is there, then it's wrong. If there are white space in between EMP position, then it's wrong. Your query are not executable because of that white space. If you want to make a reference that position is a column name and that column name from employee table, then you need to write emp dot position. From Gaurav. Okay. So go Sushant, category table are correct. After category table, which table you need to create first? After category, you need to create those table which not having a foreign key, right? So is there any table after category which not holding any foreign key? Every table have a foreign key, right? So that category holding category ID, that's a foreign key. Film ID. So that's good. So first you are create a table which are not holding any foreign key. After that, you are create another table which having the reference key. But how you can write reference key? It's a category ID int references. So that's good. It's belong from category table, and from category table, you want to make a reference with a category ID. Category ID. That's good. So what's your name? Sushant. Sushant, that's a very good example. So let's complete that table. What its name? Aditya. You have created film. Film. It's a holding film ID. There are not language ID is a foreign key. There are not have any other reference key. Only language ID is there. Okay. So language ID is there. So title. It's a data type is a text. It's a date. Okay. Language ID is a reference of language. So before create a film table, you need to create a language table. Uh, what's your name? Aditya. Before create a film table, you need to create language table. Otherwise, it's not possible to make a reference. Okay, that's good. After that, commands here created. Create table category. There are 3 columns. Mansi, it's wrong. Mansi, it's wrong. SQL is a strictly type language. That means it's a follow syntax very strictly. If you're not given any space or if you're given extra space, then also it's a rise error. So look here how you write name work at 50, the size. After 50, you are right not null. So it's a joint word. So it's a not acceptable on a server side compiler. So you should be right white space after closing parenthesis before not keyword. Please make correct Mansi Patil. You can refer a work holding maximum size is a 255. If you don't want a if you want a more than 250 store more than 255 characters, use a text. Yes, that's good, Saraswati. Saraswati Navgiri. Sushant are created language table. Yes, that's good. Language are is a serial with the primary key. Language name, it's not null varchar type. That's good. The Sakshi. Sakshi created category table. Okay, that's good, Sakshi. You have created a table that category after that film category. So category reference. That's good. You are perfectly allocate a reference for a film category table. That's good, Sakshi. Akash. Okay, that's good, Akash. You alter your syntax. Now you are use underscore instead white space. That's good. And last one, Mansi Patil are updated her code. Mansi, look here. I'm highlighted those things. Look here. That's the syntactical error. Word carries a data type. Within a parenthesis, you write size of these those data type column. After that, we required a space to define attribute of those data type. Sorry, those column. So that attribute is not null. So there we required one white space. Yes, of course. If you write that those all tables with insertion with retrieve queries, then please upload on a GitHub and that specific file link you can share on a chat box. Please share your GitHub specific file link on a chat box. So if you do that things, then it's more readable for me. Sukanya, what you are right? Table, category table, you are right. Okay, primary serial, primary key. That's a create, correct? Okay, that's correct. Not null. Okay. Sukanya, you are create a category table, right? And category table holding three columns. So where is the last column? Sukanya, where is the last column? That's the last update. Please alter your query. Okay. So Arundhati, uh, I'm going to check your code. Okay, that's good. Create table country. Arundhati, yes, that's a good. You are use a proper syntax to create table country, city. Okay, that's good. Okay, you are use city ID as a reference key. That means foreign key. Okay. What's your name? Arundhati. Line number 32. Store ID is a reference key. That means you need to create one store table and make a reference here for a store ID. Please alter it. Active. Arundhati, active. Line number 40. That's a column name and it's a boolean. It's a boolean. Do not use int. Instead that you can use a boolean. Arundhati, again it's inventory table. We have store ID. It's a line number 86. Store ID, it's a foreign key. Please update your code. Again, same thing we are use within a staff table, line number 97. It's a foreign key. For picture, instead of byta, you can use a varchar. So we are store the absolute path of that picture. Okay, that's good, Arundhati. Okay, next. What's your name? Aryan. That's good, Aryan. Mansi. Hope you're yes, you are alter your code. That's good. Shreya are share with GitHub link. So I need to check that GitHub link. Shreya, why you are writing like that? It's a GitHub page, right? So you need to create all tables with all insertion and retrieve queries. So Shreya, that's not acceptable. Okay. So Sukanya, it's updated. Thank you very much. Sushant, is it possible to you that you upload that all queries on a single file on GitHub and share that link, Sushant? Okay, that's for from Shreya. Shreya, it's not acceptable. Okay, Samruddhi, you can go ahead to create other tables like category. Amita, you are right to category table. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. To create film category. No. Look, Hamida, how you are right. Create table for category. It's for Hamida. Okay. Create table film category. Parentheses are open there. Hamida, it's wrong. Whatever things you're right, that highlighted things, that syntax is wrong. Please check your code, Hamida. Please write correct syntax for references. Please check your syntax, Hamida. It's wrong. So your code will generate error. Hamida. Please make a screenshot of this ERD diagram on your side. So it's easy to create for yourself. Okay, that's good, Mansi. Okay, that's good, Sushant. Make sure in whatever table, when you are use any ID underscore ID, then that column is a reference column always. That means that column is foreign key, holding foreign key. So just update inventory table. Just update inventory table. That's for Sushant. So I hope everyone understand how to write a query. That's the only basic query we require to write our Java code. Only basic query we require to write our Java code. So I hope everyone are understand how to write a query. So now I'm going to give a few question.
तिथं कपडे 2-3 घ्यायचेत कारण आपण तिथं भिजलो तर दुसरे कपडे घालायला 2-3 तुला ते जीन्स पाहिलेलं आहे ते घाल ना काल परवा घालते 8 वाजल्या. पावणे 8.
So that's 3 questions for you. That's only 3 questions. So that's 3 questions for your assignment. What's your name? Shreya. That's the wrong syntax. Line number 5. It's a wrong syntax for foreign key. Please correct your syntax, Shreya. The foreign key. For foreign key constraint within a PostgreSQL, we are use one keyword. That keyword name is a reference. The foreign key, that keyword we are using MariaDB and MySQL, but we need to avoid to use that keyword when we are using PostgreSQL. It's for Shreya.
मम्मीकडे.
Yeah, that's the correct way to create a table. Just one change are needed there. That's your user float type. So instead of float, you can use a decimal. Tanish, your query is correct for update category and delete invent. Delete inventory is not possible like using that way because they are holding a foreign key. So what's the error arise there when you are deleting inventory where film ID is 2? Please post that error, Tanish. After that, Mansi. Mansi, you are doing the same thing. That, but Mansi, did you get that syntax from anywhere? Because when we are write that syntax with our own, we are follow same sequence. And to update the category, what's the syntax you are use? That's a not a normal syntax. No, describe are not useful on PostgreSQL. So Tanish, you are use MySQL queries, and that queries are not useful here on PostgreSQL. So every vendor have extend SQL on their own way, and always you need to remember that things. Yes, Aditya, that's the correct. Tejaswini, what you are right? Update category, set name. Okay, where name? Okay. Uh, no. For inventory, we have two foreign keys, right? Is it deleted easily when we are use the two foreign keys within inventory, or it will be write some error? We require that error so we can discuss and clear that error more efficiently. Okay, so students, I hope you understand how we can write and execute query using PostgreSQL, right? There are little difference in between MySQL query and other database query because every database are extended their SQL send query language. So according to that, we need to change our query at little bit. Yes, that's the question we require when we are delete rows from relative table, then first we need to remove it from parent. Okay, that's good. Okay, So I hope you are understand the most basic concept. That's a query. Yes, we need to set cascade things. So cascade is a update things. If you want, you can learn that things. And if you want, I will show you that things also. So what I say. So you understand most basic things to write a Java program, how you can write a queries for SQL and for PostgreSQL queries. So tomorrow we are going to discuss and learn JDBC. And using JDBC, we need to write a program. And on that program, within that program, we need to write a query which we are learned today. So see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we are discuss the more things regarding JDBC, and there we are write a queries. So whatever queries today we are write, same query we can use tomorrow within our program. So I hope you understand most basic things from PostgreSQL. So I'm going to end this meeting here. See you tomorrow with the same link on the same time. So thank you very much for attending today's class. Okay.